early on in the game when AD was getting the ball in the post and the ball was going in, everything was fine and good. But then what happened when he started missing those shots?
Interesting.
Boom. I want them at some point in time, Skip. You're not going to win a whole lot of games, Skip, running all your possessions through the post. You're going to have to get some easy baskets. 5 points in the fast break, not good enough. Not nearly good enough. Sometimes you just have to get the ball and go. Got no problem. Skip, that's a nice luxury to have. What made Golden State so indefensible, Skip, was what? Not only could they shoot the ball from outside, but when the rubber needed to meet the road, we needed a crucial bucket. KD, get out on the block. Now we can do something with you. That needs to be the Lakers' mentality. I'm not saying because you don't have Golden State's offense, you don't have the shooters like that. But to try to just constantly feed the post, Skip, this is not 70s, 80s, and early 90s type basketball. The floor is spread too much. You need to be able to get easy baskets in transition, and you need to be able to shoot the ball from outside. And when you need a bucket, AD, get out on the block and we'll dump it to you. But Skip, that can't be your only, only offensive answer.
Sure.
Is to dump the ball down to AD and let AD go do something. Because you take all the rest of the guys out of a rhythm. Guys are just standing around. What's Bron? So when Bron dumps the ball to AD in the post, what he doing? He backing out so nobody can come, the double can't come. Nah, Skip, look, I'm not surprised that he said that about Rondo. Rondo, that he played 20, 30 minutes a game. The question is, Skip, and what we've seen from Rondo say over the last 8 years, can he stay healthy? He can't stay healthy.
True.
That's the issue with him. We know Skip, he led this league in assists 4 times. He's a damn good point guard. But health is the issue for him. And yes, look, to think that LeBron at some point in time, I don't give a damn who's on the court. LeBron's going to have the ball at some point in time in his hand. Now, when LeBron leaves the court, that's an opportunity for Rondo to be in complete control of the offense. And maybe if you want LeBron to play off the ball, let Rondo run the point, I got no problem with that either. But the problem that I have is that I don't want this to be just a post-up offense. The Shaq days, the Olajuwon, the big post guy, Skip, that's old basketball. That's antiquated basketball. And you're not winning a title like that. So I hope Frank Vogel understands that.
Interesting. So I read here on ESPN.com that according to Second Spectrum stats, that Anthony Davis posted up 22 times in his Lakers debut. That was his second most post-ups in any game he has played in the NBA in the last 7 years. That's as far back as the stat goes.
Right.
7 years. Second most post-ups. Frank Vogel's quote, I'm going to reread, they couldn't stop him. So whatever works, you go to it again. And we just kept going to him. So Frank, or Shannon, or Les Shannon, please explain to me what happened in the fourth quarter, because I look at these numbers and he took only, Anthony Davis, 2 shots in the fourth quarter, and he missed both of those shots. He got 1 grand total rebound, 1 rebound. He got to the free throw line 0 times, so he was 0 for 0 from the free throw line. And I reread the quote, whatever works, you just keep going to it. Okay? So he posted up 22 times. And I don't know how many times he posted in the fourth quarter, but I don't know. Were there times he posted and then kicked it back out? I don't know. But something...
So do they only count the post if you get the ball?
I would assume once you catch the ball, it counts as a post-up. I don't know exactly how they keep their numbers, but again, I guess it means that I don't know if those 2 shots were if they qualified as post-up shots. Probably they did. So my question is, where did he go? What happened in the fourth quarter? Well, I'm back to where I was before this year started, and this is the place I've been on Anthony Davis since his rookie year. He is a complimentary superstar in that he's not the alpha. He's not the guy. He's not that guy. He has to be a Robin. He has to go along for the ride because he had lots of talent in New Orleans. In its final record in the games he played in at New Orleans, regular season, 216 and 250. So he was always a PER prince because he was always top 3 PER.
Yeah.
And yet I look at his game and I say, where is the nuclear weapon? Where is the unstoppable trick in his bag? Where you say, like Kevin Durant, mid-range, Three-point range, he's just got it all. You can't stop that when he gets going. But Anthony can't shoot with Kevin Durant from mid-range or distance.
No, I think the biggest thing is, Skip, for him is that because he can post you up, he does have three-point capabilities, and he can shoot. Now, obviously, he's not KD. That's a whole different ball game. But his ability to put the ball on the floor, finish at the rim, he can post you, he can out of mid-range game, he can shoot the three, he can play defense. He's a 5-tool player if there's such a thing in the NBA. He has no weakness in his game, Skip.
Okay, but does he have that strength? Because the great ones had something that was unstoppable, and I'm just not sure he does. He's a really good player. He's a great player, but is he all-time great? You know, is he that guy?
He will be after we win this title.
Okay, well, you said that, and you're dug in that he's going to be the MVP. Yep. And the MVP took 2 shots in the fourth quarter and came up empty.
That's not enough. Okay. We understand that.
All right. I told you he's never experienced the heat and the brightness of that Hollywood spotlight. And he got it in the fourth quarter of what felt like an opening night playoff game against your arch rival Clippers.
Well, and plus he's getting it now because he's starting to hear from you. If he'd have took 2 shots in New Orleans and they lose the ball game, ain't nobody talking about it.
Nobody would notice.
Different.
Exactly.
I'm going to remind everybody, in New Orleans, he had Drew Holiday, and for a while he had his friend DeMarcus Cousins, and he had Aminu and Eric Gordon and Ryan Anderson and Austin Rivers and Tyreek Evans and Buddy Hield and Jarrett Jack and Julius Randle. They had players. They had enough to do more damage if he's that guy. Is he the superstar, or is he just complimentary star? So, to me, I think you got an early glimpse of the guy that I feared you would see here, fourth quarter, because you got the coach saying they couldn't stop him. Well, then, Frank, what happened in the fourth quarter?
A lot goes into that. Maybe we didn't get him the ball enough in position so he can continue what he was doing early on in the ball game. Maybe he needs to do a better job of getting better position so we can feed him like we were doing earlier in the ball game. There's a lot that goes into it. Skip, it's one game.
Okay.
When have I ever known Skip Bayless to panic? Okay. When have I ever known Skip Bayless to be a prisoner of the moment?
Okay, but I'm maintaining my position, which was this is who this guy was. I first guessed this before he even came to the Lakers. I was telling you on this show, he's not that guy.
You're going to be sorry.
Okay, well, I hope so, because he's a good kid. Yep. And he still feels like a kid to me, though he's
25.
Been around for a long time.
He's still only 25.
Okay, he's only 25.
I feel like he should be older.
But it's hard for me, if I'm rooting against the Lakers, it's hard to root against him. And I will tell you this. In the first quarter and the second quarter, there were times when he wheeled on 2 defenders.
Duncan.
And I just said, what? Yeah. That looks powerful because obviously he was a guard in high school. And then he sprouted up at Kentucky. Yeah. And all of a sudden, what do you give him, 6'10"?
Yeah, he's probably 6'10" and a half. Okay. Yeah. Right. Skip, what's there to not like about the Lakers?
What's there not to like? Yeah. We don't have enough time.
Yeah, we got to see. I knew you tried to go
That brings me to the Rondo point. And Frank Vogel says he's going to be a quote-unquote major player in our rotation.
Yeah.
Maybe up to 30 minutes a night.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, then I was all geared up to watch LeBron be Magic Johnson, that he's going to run the point start to finish. That's his new his new role with the new look Lakers, right?
That take too much out of us.
Well,
is it?
Yeah, we're gonna get off that ball.
Well,
and start moving around.
He was walk dribbling up the floor too much, and there was too much dribble. AD here. It's so slow.
But guess what? Rondo will get that thing out. Bron gonna be on the wing. AD on the other wing.
Okay. Well, do you want that? Because that would work. Maybe that's the answer.
Fly.
Okay, so you're taking LeBron out of the passing distributing role.
No. Skip, the guy's still going to skip. You know what he does. He's still going to have some way. I believe he'll average double-digit assists.
Okay, well, I hope so, because he didn't quite get there the other night.
No, he had what, 9, 8?
I think he had 8, right?
Yeah. So, we get a 12, and we right there. We're 10 assists a night.
Yeah.
All we got to do is get 12.
Okay, I'm going to remind you that was a 92-90 game with 8:19 left.
And we turned it over. And we missed a layup.
Yeah. By the way, that layup, that still sticks in my psyche. That was when it was a
stop bringing up old stuff.
We see
no,
that.
we can't.
I want to see it because it scared me. It just scared me. This is still a game. Wait, he shot it completely over the rim, off the glass, over the rim. You missed the rim with a layup. It's basically airballing a layup. That's what you just did, right?
He missed it.
Okay.
Guess what, Skip? If you play it tomorrow,
does it
rewind
scare you? Does it
No,
scare
it
you?
does not scare
Because
me.
we all talked about year 17. Are we going to see a little bit of erosion, a little bit of lost explosion, maybe
So,
a little
I want
bit?
to make sure I'm hearing you correctly. So Michael Jordan never missed a layup at any point in time in his career.
I never saw him miss one like that. I'm
Yeah.
sure he left
I'm
one
sure
short.
we could find one.
I'm sure we could.
Check the tape.
Yeah, we go to. If we,
Okay,
if
I'll bet you could check every tape possible, and you couldn't
Check him out in
find
Washington.
Jordan trying to shoot it off the glass and missing the rim
check,
long.
Check him out in Washington.
Okay. Okay, well, that's not it. I'm talking about Chicago Jordan. He took 3 years off and just came back on a lark. I told you, I dismiss those.
I don't.
Okay. Well, maybe you could
don't.
find one there.
No, yeah.
Because he was smoking too many cigars and there's a little too much.
He gotten a little heavy
Got
there.
a little heavy. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure one of our
I got it.
viewers will send us some video.
Yeah, send it to us.
Someone, there has to be. I mean, it's just.
Okay. My fear is that if he loses just a little bit, if Father Time is starting to just tap him on the shoulder, then it's going to be hard for this team to be what you think.
I know a guy that Father Time is tapping on, and he talking like it's tapping him.
Oh, really? So we have to keep changing the subject back to him.
Now we're going back to that guy.
His team is undefeated. Talking about
He's
Tom
not
Brady?
tapping too hard.
I ain't say no name. I don't like to call people name on the show when I'm not talking about them. It ain't in the segment. Jen, I don't do that.
You brought it up.
So you know who the difference maker, maybe the season saver for the Lakers is going to be? Kyle Kuzma. He's the one guy I trust who's cold-blooded.